Is up, nerds? In today's video, I'm going to be quickly going over a full TOA free-for-all run. Free-for-all runs are great because they are generally faster. You can turn on harder invos and turn off the more annoying ones, since you will be running a team of 8. And also, if someone dies or something, it is not as bad as if you were solo or duo, whatever, because you just have more people to pick up the slack. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel to get all my future videos and guides. I have a goal of reaching 500 subs by the time my baby is due to be born in June, so every like, sub, and comment helps tremendously, and I can't thank you all enough for the love and support you have shown me and the channel. Also, before we start, shout out to this guy named Cool Ass Name, who has a cool ass name. I believe I missed you as I was hopping worlds buying chaos runes for the shadow, but shout out to you and hope you've been getting super spooned. But now, let's dive right into the video. Firstly, you'll want to hop to World 329. This is generally where all the free-for-all recruiting and stuff happens. When you're here, you will see a bunch of people running all sorts of different type of info raids. If you're someone who doesn't have many expert KCs or many KCs in general, it can be a little hard sometimes finding a team, as generally people like to fill their teams with experienced players, but you will find a team eventually. Simply just apply to raids that you want to join. You can also start your own raid and add people as they apply to yours. This may be easier than trying to join a team, especially if you get some people with higher KCs, as others will overlook your lack of KCs. For 300 invo free-for-all raids, I like to run with these invos. Invocations. I like to have hardcore run, walk for it, walk the path, deadly prayers and on a diet, everything for Kefrey but aerial assault, everything for Zepic, only stay vigilant for Akka. We're going to have everything for Baba other than Mind the Gap and Boulder Dash, and then everything for the Wardens except Insanity. To make your own party, simply click Create Party at the obelisk, then go to the invos, and either choose the ones you want to save for quicker feature use, or load the one you already have saved already. Once you load those, now you can start recruiting people. As you can see, I'm typing 300 plus 7, and once I add people, we do 300 plus 4, 300 plus 3, all the way until we have a full party. During the adding process, you will be able to see people's stats as well as their KCs. As common sense may tell you, try to add people with a lot of KCs and good stats. This attracts other good players to your party as well. Once your party is full and ready to go, say your name and pot. For me, I say sounds pot to let others know in my party it's time to pre-pot and start the raid. Gear and inventory. This is by no means what you have to use, but I'm using a crystal helm, body and legs, Ava's Assembler, Raider's Blessing, Dragon Defender, Light Bearer, Eternal Boots, Barrow's Gloves, a Fang, and for our inventory, we're going to have Aram's top and bottom, a Tormented Bracelet, Trident of the Swamp, Sammy God Cape, Occult Necklace, Eladinus Ward, Neonot's Face Guard, Bandos top and bottom, a Bofa to match the crystal, Amulet of Torture, Fire Cape, Ferocious Gloves, and Primordial Boots, 3 Sarah Brews, and a range potion that we will sub out for another Sarah, 4 Restorers, Divine Super Combat, a Sanfu Serum, Dragon Dagger, as well as a Yellow Karis for extra heals. If you don't have a Yellow Karis, maybe substitute a Super Restore for another brew. Once you enter the raid, run over to Zepic's store and wait for your entire party to enter the raid. Be patient, as sometimes people are just coming out of a raid when they join yours, so they may need to refill their inventories and whatnot, or sometimes people just space out and don't realize you've already went in. Once everyone is in, you can enter Zepic's puzzle room. The leader always initiates the room, so if you're the leader, it is on you. If not, that will be on whoever the leader of your party is. Zepic's puzzle room is the same as always. Simply pick up the jug, fill it with water, and water the tree. If you're not comfortable filling the jugs, you can just attack the crocs that come out, as most other players will be running to get the water. Once the tree is restored, head on in to Zepic's room. Zepic. Zepic's fight is exactly the way it is normally. If you need more info on mechanics or the bosses themselves, consider watching my normal mode guide and individual boss guides as I go more in depth about each boss and puzzle room. When you head in, run to the left and attack and switch prayers accordingly. The only difference with this fight is when Zepic throws out the acid pool, so it'll be more acid, and the balls you shoot to clear the acid will do less of a radius. So just make sure if you do shoot them that you shoot them close to the boulders, though I will say most people will just handle this for you, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. As you can see here, honestly, Zepic in an 8-man is pretty damn easy. You just gotta make sure you switch prayers correctly and make sure you stand behind a boulder when the shockwave comes out and you are good. Now, we can head to Kefrey's room, where again, everything is pretty much the same. Some people will run to the left, some will run to the right. I generally try to avoid the side that has the pillars, just because they're annoying and I don't like to do them. But, as you can see, we just speed right on through Kefrey's puzzle room and head on into its lair. Kefrey. There are a couple things to remember here. First thing is that most of the time, dung is stacked in the southwest corner of the room. So if you get flies around you, make sure to stand on the southwest corner along with the other player who has flies to keep stacking the dung on that section of the room. The leader will call out whether you're stacking southwest by saying SW, or will say to stack as you normally would in a regular raid. Also, in a lot of 300 free-for-alls, Medic will be on, meaning that a little swarm of flies will spawn every so often, and if they are left unchecked, they will fly to Kefrey and Healer for a small amount, making the fight last a little longer. Make sure if you see a swarm to hit it, as they will get auto one hit with any attack. Other than those two things, everything else should be fairly normal to you. If you're unsure of when you will be getting the dung attack, it always goes by order of the party. So, if you are the leader, you will be the first one in the party, meaning you will get dung first, as well as the second person in the party. In the top left corner is the order in case you forget, but it's always a good rule of thumb to stand near the southwest corner when attacking Kefrey in case you lose track. Other than that, the rest of the fight is the same. In the phase where the range and melee comes out, kill the ranger, then the melee, and then when the next phase starts with the mage comes out, kill mage, then range, then melee. As you can see here, somebody messed up the spawn of the flies with the dung. Not really the end of the world, but as you can see here, it now prevents me from helping and killing the melee or the range, but we just continue to attack nonetheless. This is one of the downsides of being in a free-for-all, is that you need everyone to be on the same page, and we all know how that goes sometimes. Continue attacking Kefrey until Kefrey's shield is all the way down, and once we are, we can head on into the next room. When we are done here, we can deposit our Divine Combat and take the power option, and then we're going to go in here and do the same thing as always. Here, honestly, generally other people will do moving the mirrors and everything, so I like to kind of just hang back and relax. I know I'm such a piece of shit for it, but whatever. So as soon as the light turns green, click on the obelisk, get the extra hit in, and you guys will be able to one down it. Go over, deposit your pickaxe, and head on into Akka's room. Akka. Now, remember when Akka used to be the bane of your existence? Well, it got a lot easier. If you don't have the radius markers plugin downloaded, be sure to check out my normal mode guide or Akka guide to get that squared away, because it will make your life 1,000 times easier here. Generally, in an 8-man raid, someone will know how to butterfly, which makes Akka a breeze. Simply let the person who's going to butterfly go in first and aggro Akka. The butterfly person will run in a rotation where Akka will constantly follow him, but will be unable to attack, meaning if done correctly, Akka will never switch attack styles. When the person has Akka in rotation, enter and stand as east as possible. Akka shadows will spawn. Take it down and continue attacking Akka until the next shadow spawns. I like to run all the way to this corner to set up for the next set of ghosts to appear, but you can always just move a couple steps into the next quadrant as well. Just be sure not to run in the path of Akka, as he may aggro you, screwing up the butterfly. Lastly, if you all turn black, do not move. I repeat, do not move. This probably kills more people than anything else in free-for-all raids. If you turn light, be sure to stack up on people or move clear diagonally. Akka's special attack, where he lights up the floor, will be normal speed, aka slow, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem with that. Keep up this cycle until the cum bubble phase. One last quick note, With Walk the Path on, there is a chance that Akka will be level 2. If Akka is level 2, the only real difference is there'll be an extra explosion, so instead of 4, there'll be 5 during this phase, so just make sure you keep an eye on if it's level 2 or 1 to know how many times you have to move quadrants. Once you're in the cum bubble phase, throw on Protect from Magic and Piety, take a sip of liquid adrenaline, and start attacking. Remember, don't panic click here. Your main objective is to dodge the cum bubbles while trying to do as much DPS as possible, but your main objective is to dodge the cum bubbles. These will stack you up pretty quick, so number one priority is to dodge those and then do DPS. Once you finish killing Akka's ghosts, it's time to move on to Baba. The monkey room will be pretty much the same. The only difference is that somebody else may be having to call out whether it's vents, pillars, or DD. Just pay attention to your public chat, and when someone says P, that means pillars, V means vents, and DD means stand on top of each other, usually at the southern point of that statue in the middle of the room. As you can see here, the monkey room is a lot easier in free-for-all than it is with solo or duos, as you just have way more people killing things. And we just breeze right through the monkey room and head on into Baba. Baba. As far as Baba goes, everything is essentially the same, other than you may have someone in your party who knows how to red X. Red X is when someone goes in first and lures Baba to the southwestern part of the room and begins attacking and clicking the teleport portal to red X and avoid Baba attacking him, similar to the altar door method for bandos, link in the description. Do this until Baba reaches 66% health, where he will go to the top and throw you back and begin throwing boulders. Boulder dash and mind the gap should be off, so really nothing to worry about here. Generally, someone will go to the top ASAP and attack with melee to avoid more boulders being thrown, because with more people, the boulders have a little more health, meaning most people can't just one-shot them like you can in solos or duos. Once Baba attacks again, the red X may not be able to be set up again, so you may just have to fight Baba as normal, which is no big deal. Keep up this cycle until Baba has been defeated. The Wardens. Once Baba has been defeated, run over to the pot and deposit your Sanfu serum and take the life pack from the ghost. Be sure to have an ambrosia, liquid adrenaline, some Sarahs and restores, and a salt in your pack to start the fight. The Warden fight is literally the same as any other raid, solo, duo, or even most normal raids. Everyone must speak to the ghost at the obelisk for the fight to start. If someone doesn't, the fight will auto-start after about 2 minutes. Take a dose of salt and put it in your pouch and take out an extra Sarah restore. Someone should be tanking the orbs. If you're the leader, sometimes you're looked upon to tank, but to be honest, most of the time someone else just automatically runs there to do it anyways. Attack the obelisk until it goes down, and then move to the marked tile where everyone should stand. This is the ideal tile to stand on because when the Warden's Heart comes out, it will land right in front of you so you don't have to move to attack. And in the raid, if someone uses a restore while you're standing on top of them, you will also have your prayer restored as well. This just keeps everything and everyone in an orderly fashion, so not everyone has to run around everywhere. As you can see in this raid, not everyone is standing there. It's no big deal. It's just ideal if you can stand on that marked tile. Once you're done speccing the heart, switch to range and continue attacking. Be sure to switch prayers when needed and try to avoid all the special attacks if you can. Obviously, sometimes it can get a little hectic, but just make sure your health is up and you'll be okay. As the heart comes out again, be sure to attack with specs once again. Make sure you have your adrenaline already taken from the first one. And make sure if you are in a free-for-all and you are the leader, to make sure to say 3 down, because some people just don't realize that you can easily take down the Wardens in 2 downs with 8 people. So make sure you specify 3 down so people don't keep attacking the heart and then ultimately taking down the Warden in 2 phases. Now that the 3rd phase is done, we're going to switch to our range gear here. I like to take out my extra ambrosia and we just continue attacking just like any other raid. If you mess up, just make sure you move to the next tile you need to, keep your prayers going, and you will be good. There's literally no difference here in the final phase of the Wardens. Everything is still the exact same. The only slight difference is there's more skulls and you'll have to hit them twice instead of one time because of the amount of players. Other than that, literally everything else is the exact same. Just move, attack, move, attack, move, attack. Make sure your health is up and prayer is up. And then when Zepic or Baba spawn, make sure when Zepic's there to switch your prayers accordingly. And when Baba spawns, make sure you are skipping the tiles where he throws boulders on you. Keep doing this until you get to the Warden's Enrage phase. Once you reach the Enrage phase, this is where things can get a little hectic, as there are obviously at most 8 people all moving around with boulders being thrown at them all at once. My best advice for this is to try to find a small area where no one else is around. If you can't find an area like this, just try to be aware of your surroundings as much as possible. Try not to move to tiles people are on or were standing on, and every time you hear the whistle sound from a boulder being thrown at you by Baba, be sure to move at least one tile. Don't be afraid to use your ambrosia doses in this phase, because if you don't use them, you'll lose them anyways. Keep avoiding boulder attacks and lightning strikes as much as possible until the Wardens have been defeated. And boom! You did it, guys. You did your first free-for-all, and you're gonna get a purple right here. And rip me. But you never know. It will be your purple someday, I promise you. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel to get all my future videos and guides. As you guys know, I have a goal of reaching 500 subs by the time my baby is due to be born in June, so every like, sub, and comment literally means the world to me, and I honestly can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support. Seriously, I could have never imagined any of this, so thank you all again so much for all your love and support, and I hope to see you guys back soon. Until next time, nerds, peace.